Once upon a time, in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and meandering streams, there lived a boy named Thomas and a girl named Eleanor. They were as different as the sun and the moon. Thomas, with his hair as dark as a midnight sky and eyes that sparkled like the stars, was a bold adventurer, always seeking new thrills. Eleanor, on the other hand, was the embodiment of the sun's warmth, with her golden locks and eyes that mirrored the azure sky, radiating gentleness and compassion. Though their paths crossed daily, their worlds seldom intertwined. Thomas was often out exploring the dense forests or climbing the highest peaks, while Eleanor found solace in her books and the serene beauty of the village gardens. It was a curious twist of fate, then, that brought them together one fateful evening. It happened during the village's annual Festival of Lights. Lanterns of all shapes and sizes illuminated the night, casting a soft glow over the faces of the bustling crowd. It was amidst the sea of light and laughter that Thomas, drawn by an inexplicable force, found himself standing at the entrance of the Maze of Roses, the festival's main attraction. Little did he know, Eleanor was already inside, lost within the labyrinth of fragrant blooms. "Help! Can anyone hear me?" Eleanor's voice, soft yet laced with a hint of distress, reached Thomas's ears. Compelled by a sudden urge to protect, he ventured into the maze, following the sound of her voice. "I'm here to help. Keep talking and I'll find you," he called out. Their voices danced in the air, leading him to her. When they finally met in the heart of the maze, it was as if the universe itself had conspired to entwine their destinies. Eleanor looked up into Thomas's eyes, her own glistening with unshed tears. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice carrying the warmth of a summer breeze. Thomas, usually so sure of himself, found her gratitude stirring something deep within him, a feeling he couldn't quite comprehend. "It was nothing," he replied, his voice softer than usual. "Let me accompany you out of here." As they navigated their way out of the maze, their conversation flowed as effortlessly as a river. They spoke of dreams and fears, laughter and tears, discovering in the process a connection so profound that it felt as though they had known each other for a lifetime. By the time they emerged under the canopy of stars, their hearts were irrevocably entwined. In the days that followed, Thomas and Eleanor were inseparable. They ventured through forests and over hills, Eleanor's laughter a silver bell that rang through the air, enchanting all who heard it. Thomas showed her the world through his eyes, and in return, she unveiled the depth of her soul, teaching him the beauty of stillness and the power of words. Yet, as is often the case in tales of love and destiny, their bliss was not to last. A storm was brewing on the horizon, a tempest so fierce it threatened to tear their world apart. Thomas's father had arranged for him to marry a lady of great wealth and status, a union that would secure their family's future. The news fell upon Thomas like a cold shadow, chilling him to his very core. "I cannot," Thomas confessed to Eleanor under the ancient oak that had become their sanctuary. "My heart belongs to you, and it always will. But the weight of duty and expectation—" His voice trailed off, drowned by the sorrow in Eleanor's eyes. "I understand," Eleanor replied, her voice a mere whisper, yet carrying the strength of 1,000 suns. "Our love will not be bound by chains or washed away by tears. No matter where life takes us, remember this moment, remember us." And so, with hearts heavy with unspoken promises and dreams left unfulfilled, they parted ways. Thomas honored his father's wishes, stepping into a future that felt as bleak as a winter's day without Eleanor's light. Eleanor, on her part, channeled her love and pain into her writings, her words touching the souls of all who read them, like rays of sunshine piercing through the gloom. Years passed, and though they lived worlds apart, their love endured. It was a silent melody, a bond unbroken by time or distance. And then, as if by magic, their paths converged once more. Thomas, now a man of influence and power, used his position to champion the arts, unknowingly becoming the patron of a mysterious writer whose words spoke to the very depths of his soul. When they finally reunited, It was as if no time had passed. Their love, now matured and deepened by the trials of life, blossomed anew, and in the heart of the village, under the very oak tree that had witnessed their vows of eternal love, Thomas and Eleanor were wed, proving that true love, once kindled, burns eternal. In the end, the boy named Thomas and the girl named Eleanor taught the world that love knows no bounds or barriers. It is a force as powerful as the sun and the moon, guiding those who dare to embrace its light through the darkest of mazes, leading them home. And so, dear readers, our tale concludes, not with an ending but a beginning, a testament to the enduring power of love. For in every whispered breeze, every shimmering star, the story of Thomas and Eleanor lives on, a beacon of hope, an eternal promise that true love prevails.